In today's video, I'm going to show you the 10 basics that I have in my makeup bag that help me put together this everyday look. So if you're interested in seeing what's in here and how I did this makeup look, keep watching. Well, hey friends, it's Dawn. Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Listen, I don't have a lot of time to get ready in the morning when I'm getting ready to go into the office. And so I need a routine that is simple and streamlined. It only takes me 10 to 15 minutes and I can be out the door. So over the last year, I've really started to simplify so many things in my life. And one of them is my makeup routine every single morning. So I have decided that there are 10 products that I absolutely need to look my best every single day. And I really wear the same thing from day to day. So rather than sitting down at my vanity in the morning and wondering what combination of makeup, what combination of colors I'm going to put together for that day, I really keep it super simple. And I wear this look every single day. The only thing I might change out from time to time is occasionally I may swap in a different lip color. But other than that, it's super simple and I can get ready really, really quick in the morning and I love it. And I also feel like this look is very professional. So anyway, this is what I wear again day to day, and I want to show you how I do it and what those basics are. Now listen, I also have a free gift for you. So I have created a free download and it's a checklist. It's my makeup must-haves, the 10 basics that you need in your makeup bag. So all you're gonna do to grab that free checklist is you're gonna head to my website. So I'm gonna link that below and you can grab that checklist there. And I will also link all the products I've used down in the description box as well. Well, if you are ready, let's get started. Okay, so my skin is prepped and ready. And while I'm not going to go into my entire skincare routine in this video, because we're talking about makeup, I do want to emphasize the importance of having a good skincare routine. After my skincare is absorbed and I'm ready to go, then the first thing I'm going to do is I am coming in with an under eye corrector to cover and correct the dark circles under my eyes. Now, day to day, I don't necessarily have super dark circles, but most of us tend to have at least a little bit of shadow in that area. So that's what I'm going to target, is using an under eye corrector first. And I find that when I use that, I don't necessarily need a concealer. So let me grab my under eye corrector and I'll put that on first. Now, another thing I have found is that as I've gotten older and I have a little bit of fine lines and wrinkles around my eye area, it's really important for me to not use too much product. So I just want to make sure that I am using just enough to get the coverage that I need, but not so much that it's settling into those fine lines and wrinkles. Now, obviously you can use a brush. I like to use my finger because I like the warmth of my finger to kind of melt that product into the skin. Now that I have my under eye corrector on, I like to come in with my foundation. Now, obviously there's a ton of foundation options out there. There's everything from cream to powder, liquid, powder. There's lots of different options. I personally prefer a CC cream. I love the feel of it. I love how lightweight it is. I feel like the more that I take care of my skin and the more I focus on skincare, I don't need a heavy layer of foundation to cover up my face. So I'm just going to use a little bit of CC cream. And again, I like to just use my fingers. So I am just going to dot this around my face and I'm going to just kind of smooth that out. And then I'm going to use a blending sponge to make sure it's completely blended. But let me go ahead and just get a rough blend of this with my fingers, and then I'll show you how I blend it with that blending sponge. Now I'm going to use my blending sponge and just make sure that this is completely blended even. This is going to help to remove any excess product on the face. Okay, next up, I am going to fill in my brows. You really need to make sure that you are framing your face with brows. And as we start to get a little bit older, our brows typically tend to fade away. And that is one of the best things that you can do for your face. So if you do not routinely fill in your brows, I'm gonna recommend that you get a brow pencil or get, a brow gel or something, and notice the difference that it makes. It's gonna make everything look more lifted, more youthful, and again, really frame that face. So I have an eyebrow pencil and I'm gonna go ahead and shape my brows and fill them in. And I actually did a brow tutorial video a long time ago when I first started my channel, so I'll make sure to link that below. Now, before I do my eyeshadow, I actually like to do my eyeliner first, and that is because I tightline my eyes. So what that means is I'm actually applying the eyeliner to the underside of my eyelashes, and I just like to do this first. I feel like it's easier to just get that done before I go in with my eyeshadow. So let me go ahead and tightline my eyes real quick, and then we'll come back and I'll do my eyeshadow. Okay, because this is my everyday going into the office look, I want it to be pretty neutral. I don't want anything super dramatic. So I'm just gonna use like a medium tone matte brown for my crease. And I'm also going to take that same shade and I'm just going to apply it right underneath of the eye to create just a little shadow. Next, I'm taking a rose gold and I'm just going to apply it to the lid. Just tapping that on. It is a shimmery shadow, so just a little bit of a tap. And then another thing I'd like to do is just take my blending sponge and just make sure to kind of clean up underneath of my eyes as well. Just to make sure I didn't have any fallout from the eyeshadow. Now I'm going to hold off on applying my mascara until after I powder my face, because I feel like sometimes the powder will stick to the mascara if it's not dry all the way. So next up, let me go ahead and do my blush. So I just have like a beautiful rose tone blush, and I'm just going to apply that to my cheekbone. I'm going to take a little bit of the highlighter and all I'm going to do is hit the top of my cheekbone. Okay, so I only have a couple of steps left. I am going to come in next with my lip color. So I do that first because I love to wear a red lip, and I actually have a matte liquid lipstick, and sometimes I need to clean it up a little bit And I want to make sure that I'm able to do that before I put my powder on, because if I do my powder first and then I do my lipstick, sometimes I have to like redo my powder and all of that. So it's just easier for me to do my lipstick and then come in with my powder and then finish off with mascara. But of course, you know, if you're just doing a quick lipstick and you don't have to worry about touching up around it, then you could do this in a different order. It's just what I do. So my little trick is to use a Q-tip to just clean up around the edges. Next up, I'm going to use some translucent powder. So I like using translucent loose powder because what I just want to do is I want to avoid a little bit of extra shine. So I just have a little bit in the top of the lid here, and I'm just going to shake this off. It's probably going to go everywhere, create some dust. But I start out just along here. I'm going to get a little bit more, and I'm going to do my forehead. And then the last little bit, I'm going to come around my nose. And then with the last bit that's left on the brush, I'm going to do under my eyes. Now, the reason I want to do this area last is if I come in right underneath of my eyes with a lot of powder, it's going to settle into the fine lines. So I want to just wait until I barely have any left on my brush before I come in underneath. Now you notice I did not go over my cheeks, and the reason is because my cheek color is a powder, so I don't need to apply powder on top of powder. So I'm really just putting this everywhere else on my face, but again, not on my eyes and not on my cheeks. And then lastly, I'm just going to add my mascara to finish off my look. And I just like to do 2 coats of a lash lengthening mascara. I love the curved brush of this. So anyway, this is the finished look. I think it's perfect for an everyday office look. It only takes me about 10 minutes to do it every day. And I love that I have like a set routine that when I sit down in the morning, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not fumbling around. I'm not trying to decide, okay, what am I gonna wear today? What colors, you know, what products should I pull out, because any of that decision making is just extra time spent in the morning. So what I've done over the past, year is I've really narrowed it down to these specific products, this specific look, and I love it. I feel put together. I know these colors work for me. And again, I just love having a go-to routine. So I'm going to remind you again to head to my website and grab that free download, my makeup must-haves, the 10 basics you need. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Well, friends, I will see you in the next one. Bye.